Hello and welcome back to another Dare to Game video. Today we're playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and we're doing another character armor guide. Today's is for Thomas of Kolin. He is a named NPC that you can find in Sigismund's camp here in the Kuttenberg map. And for reference, just to show you where I'm standing and what I'm looking at, we're in the Kuttenberg map and here's Sigismund's camp. So we're just going to be doing a normal armor guide here, so I'll show you all of his weapons, clothing, all the rest of his armor. We'll go through the stats, all that sort of stuff, so it'll be very good. And I'll also show you where to find him, so you can get this armor from him for free if you'd like. Keep in mind, he is a quest giver. He gives you a quest where you have to steal a longsword, and then that allows you to forge a replica of that longsword, which if you do it well is one of the better longswords in the game. So he's a useful NPC to be able to find. With all that being said, let's just dive on in and start the guide. So starting us off with weapons, he's equipped with the Captain's Mace at level 3. It says a Captain's Mace is a great weapon expressing the status of the owner and the punishment that will befall anyone who opposes him. A single movement with the weapon in hand is enough to set in motion whole ranks of warriors. It has a minimum strength of 13 and minimum agility of 6 to use, does 0 stab damage, 0 slash damage, and 111 blunt damage. It has a defense stat of 116, durability of 148, weight of 4.8 pounds, and a price of 1,035.4 groschen. He's also equipped with a plain black variant of the Knight Shield. It says a battle shield made of wooden planks glued together and covered with raw cowhide. Usually its outer side is decorated with a coat of arms or of the Lord or other symbol by which the warriors can recognize each other in the heat of battle. It has a defense stat of 263, durability of 25, weight of 6.8 pounds, and a price of 276.7 groschen. And he's also equipped with a torch. So that is the entirety of Thomas of Kolin's weapons. For clothing, it's just a couple items. For starters, we have the level 3 bluish variant of the long gambeson. It says a quilted combat shirt made of several layers of plain linen. It provides some protection on its own, but is primarily worn as a soft underlayer under all types of armor. Has a stab defense of 11, slash defense of 33, and blunt defense of 30. Moving on to his trousers, we have a level 3 brownish red or reddish brown variant of the noble quilted trousers. It says thick wool trousers, well made of honest fabric so they don't hinder movement and last a while. They have a stab defense of 24, slash defense of 34, and blunt defense of 31. And finally for his boots, we have the brown level 3 variant of the firm boots. It says comfortable lace-up leather boots that tightly wrap around their wearer's ankle are in fashion among nearly every class of society. They have a stab defense of 1, slash defense of 3, and blunt defense of 1. Taking a look at it from the outside, this is the front view of his clothing. Here's the side view, and here is the rear view. So I think it's safe to say a fairly standard and normal looking outfit, nothing fancy or flashy here. So that's his clothing. Let's move on to the mail and padding at layer 2. So for layer 2, it's just 2 items. We have a level 3 variant of the short chainmail. It says shortened chainmail shirt with long sleeves. Has a stab defense of 30, slash defense of 63, and blunt defense of 52. Then we also have a level 3 variant of a plain mail coif. It says a quilted hood with a collar and wide mail hood. Has a stab defense of 24, slash defense of 60, and blunt defense of 50. So just those 2 items. He does not have a collar. Taking a look at it from the outside, here's the front view of Thomas of Kolin at layer 2. Here's the side view, and here is the rear view. So it's definitely looking a little bit more armored. Let's move on to the plate armor on top. And there we have his top layer with the armor, so it's a pretty good looking suit of armor for a more low-level basic knight and or man-at-arms. I actually quite like the aesthetic of it. We start with the level 3 variant of the Bavarian plate legs. It says a leg protection consisting of forged plates of sheet metal suitably fit together. Such armor protects the warrior's entire leg, but its weight depends on the craftsmanship of the maker. Has a stab defense of 115, slash defense of 83, and blunt defense of 30. Then he has a level 3 variant of the spined kettle hat, an iron hat forged from a single piece of sheet metal and therefore slightly more durable, but still unnecessarily heavy. Its spin makes it better able to withstand blows to the head, but it needs to be supplemented with a quilted hood or collar, as it does not protect the warrior's cheeks or neck on its own. It has a stab defense of 114, slash defense of 84, and blunt defense of 29. Then for his gauntlets, we have the Hourglass gauntlets, once again a level 3 variant. The most commonly used type of iron gloves, whose name refers to their typical hourglass-like shape. It protects not only the hand, but also part of the forearm of the fighter. This has a stab defense of 119, slash defense of 86, and blunt defense of 31. We then have a level 3 variant of smooth cuirass here. This one has a black belt, which is how you can identify it. It says this type of armor provides less protection than any brigandine, as it only protects its wearer's chest. What it's referring to here is the fact fact that the smooth cuirass only protects the front of the torso and does not go down very low. It doesn't have any folds to protect the lower torso and groin area. It has a stab defense of 111, slash defense of 80, and blunt defense of 29. And lastly, for plate armor, we have the Plate Knight's Gauntlets, once again the level 3 variant. It says, better hand protection is a must in combat, because as they say, hands go first in any fight. This one has a stab defense of 119, slash defense of 86, and blunt defense of 31. So that is the entire plate armor level. Or layer added on. This is what it looks like from the front, this is what it looks like from the side, and this is what it looks like from the rear. So like I said, it's a pretty solid looking suit of armor. I definitely like the aesthetic of it for a plain knight or man-at-arms. It looks perfect for that role. Of course, we do have one extra piece of armor or clothing, whatever you want to call it, for Thomas of Kolin, and it's this brown variant of the riding Waffenrock, which is level 3, and it says the Waffenrock is a loose outer garment, usually linen, worn over armor. It carried the colors of the lord, town, or ruler the wearer bore allegiance to, and as such was the precursor of the military uniform. It also protects its wearer's armor from dust and harsh sun. Has a stab defense of 1, slash defense of 3, and blunt defense of 4. So that is the entire Thomas of Kolin suit of armor. And so finally, our last view from the outside. Here's the front view, here's the side view, and here is the rear view. So possibly even better. I like the Waffenrock for this one because if you're going for a plain knight, nothing says plain and inconspicuous like a brown riding Waffenrock. As for the stats on this suit of armor, including the weapons, it's fairly straightforward. We have a weight of 80.7 pounds, so right about what you'd expect from a full suit of plate armor with a male hauberk. Then for our total value, once again including the weapons, we have 16,199.9 groschen. So pretty middle of the road. This is kind of your bare minimum that you're going to expect for how much it costs to have a full suit of comprehensive plate armor. I've seen very few full suits that are any less than the 15,000 groschen, benchmark. And then our armor value for this one is decent. For the head, we average out to 177. For the body, we average out to 210. For the arms, it's 219.7. And for the legs, we have 162, giving us an overall average armor rating, or AAR, of 192.2. So pretty solid. Across the board, this is pretty good stuff. We are almost at 200 for the armor value, and that is kind of the line that we draw for our unkillable tank level. Not a whole lot of improvement could be made to this set. We could obviously improve the charisma. We're at 22 right now. If you add spurs, a necklace, and a ring, you're obviously going to be up there in the high 20s, if not 30. And then, of course, if we want to improve the armor value a little bit more while maintaining the look, we could put a nice heavy-duty male collar on, which would bring our head armor value up quite a bit. So that is Thomas of Kolin's armor. Now let's take a look at where to find him. Now, like I've said, he wanders around the camp and is not totally predictable, but during the day, you can oftentimes find him up here by the tavern, which I'll show you on the map. So we're in Sigismund's camp. The tavern area is right where my character is located. This is where oftentimes you will find Thomas of Kolin. If you haven't done the quest, he will usually have a quest marker, that'll show you exactly where to find him. But like I said, this is oftentimes where you can find him during the day. At night, this tent right up here is the tent that he sleeps in, or at least he usually sleeps in this tent. I haven't checked every single night, but right where I'm on the map, that's the tent where you can find him sleeping in most nights, usually in that cot to the right. It can be tricky getting to him because another NPC character will sleep in that slot. Well, I can't find him. I would keep searching around the camp, but it really doesn't matter all that much because I've shown you where to find him at night, which if you want to steal his armor, that's likely where you're going to have to look. So that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed this armor guide. There's more to come. If you have any characters you want to see me do an armor guide like this for, let me know down in the comment section below. But in any case, thanks a ton for watching, and have a nice day, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you liked this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching, and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.